be able to hear both me and the game audio. Let me know if this is not the case, and I'll do some fiddling around with it. I'm starting pretty soon. Hey, Gramps. Yeah, The Outer Worlds is a really cool game. I'm a big fan of Fallout New Vegas, which is also by the same company. So, very excited to... Full disclosure, I have already played The Outer Worlds. However, I've not played it on PC, so doing so is going to be a little bit different, I would imagine, as well as being in fursuit. I wonder if that's going to affect my action time or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Spurs. We got about a minute. I'm going to be just doing some last minute posting on social media. See if there's anybody else who wants to watch. The final female frontier. The final furry female feline frontier. I don't know if I've seen your new video. What kind of videos do you make? I'm not exactly recognizing your name, forgive me. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. Can you hear me now? How is this? Or, well, I suppose I should try speaking a little bit. So now I am speaking, and let me know if you can hear me over the music. Perfect. Awesome, thank you. Hey, Kwame, nice to see you here. I am just gonna test out my chat commands real quick. Yeah, it might take a little while for the Streamlabs bot to hook up. That's understandable. There it goes. Perfect. Okay. Looks like we are all set to go. Explore some space. Oop. Paralon Gorgon. Okay. Rest assured, we are probably not going to be getting to the DLC in this playthrough. We'll be lucky if we even get out of the character creator, but yeah. Okay. We are... First, let me check the settings. Okay. Awesome. Audio is good. We do want to make sure we've got our subtitles on for accessibility purposes. And that should be fine. Okay. We'll play on normal mode. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, hang on, back. Continue is what we want. Also, don't forget you can play around with the chat bot.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Sounds pretty good to me. Oh, that's less good. That's definitely less good. Hey, 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 Nico. How's it going? There he is, good old Phineas. Enhance.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay, so now we are going to be creating our character. This game has a really robust character creator, honestly. The first time I played it, I sat through, like, picking through all the menu options for like an hour because he has voice lines depending on what attributes you put points into. It's really, really cool. Alright.
You could survive on the surface of Tartarus briefly.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Let's just hope you're handy with a gun.
Okay, let's see here. So when I play games like this, I usually try to go for more of an intelligence build than a strength build. That's just my general play style. So we've got 6 points. I very much do a thinker and a talker as opposed to a fighter. That's the build that I went for when I played Fallout New Vegas too. So let's see. I usually try to put as many points into intel as possible, but we're gonna attempt to make sure that we have a bit of a rounded character. I don't know. Min-maxing it's got its ups and downs. So let's see here. Persuade is definitely persuade, lie, and intimidate are all kind of tied into the same thing in this game. Definitely would be doing more persuasion than lying or intimidation, but hey, who knows? Perception would be good for lockpick as well as engineering. And of course, it is a gun combat based game, so you definitely want to make sure that you have at least some handiwork with a gun, or else you're going to have a pretty interesting time getting started. Hey Phineas, what you doing? I think that's what she used to say on Phineas and Ferb. Yeah. What was his name? Phineas Vernon Wells. Gee, I wonder if we have some kind of a of a genre theme reference going on here. Phineas. Yeah. Temperament. Ooh, medical. Medical. It would be good to have a little extra medical. Two-handed melee. I don't really tend to use melee weapons in games.
This one's smarter than my navigation computer.
Let me go ahead and put... I don't want to dip below.
Ready to shoulder a burden, friend.
Yeah. See, he has so many voice lines for the player character adjusting their settings in the menu. Like, we haven't even gotten to all these other things over here. But I don't really want to dip below average if possible, just because that's when you start getting negatives. So we're going to keep our body attributes at average. Very high intelligence. We're going to go with good perception, good charm, and good temperament. Okay. Let's take a look at our skills. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, I can't go back to act. Or, let's see, if I take a point out of attributes. No, I can't save any points. I have to use all of them. Okay.
It says here that you solved mathematical problems just for fun.
I love how just like mystified he sounds. Who would do such a thing? Just do math for fun? Apparently me. Okay, melee we're really not going to touch. We can put 2 points into skills here. We are... Okay, we're definitely going to...
Ever captured, I'll let you do the talking.
Thanks, Phineas. I appreciate that. So we're definitely going to put a point into dialogue. I'm very much a sort of talker, persuader kind of player when I play games like this. And let's see. Stealth we could go for. Tech is also pretty good. This game has a very interesting mechanic regarding science, specifically science weapons, which is a whole class of weapons that you are able to use in the game. And once you come across those, they have very, very interesting effects. Obviously playing into the whole, like, you know, science fiction aspect theming of the game here. It's really funny. So let's go ahead and put a point into tech.
At last, a kindred spirit.
So we're going to have a little bit of boost to our medical science and engineering going into this, which is going to be good. Now we have to pick an aptitude. So basically, what did my character do before I got onto the Hope? No discernible aptitude. That's just kind of, you know, a general, let's see. Farmer, dirt. You got into this business for the tubers, but you stayed for the plowing, planting, pruning, and plucking. It isn't honest work if you come home clean. Worms need dirt, and food needs worms. You're just doing your part for the worms. There's so much great flavor text in this game. I highly recommend anybody out here, you know, play it yourself. It's really good. Tossball is like the generic sport equivalent in this game. Food additive tester, huh. That'll give a +3 to the food effect duration, though I don't really find myself using food in this game very much. The health and, like, eating mechanic is fairly unique. At least I had never seen anything like it in any of the other games that I've played. But again, we will get into that later on. Safety inspector. We could be a scientist assistant. Oh, I appreciate that, JD. I'm glad that you enjoy my fursuit in my videos. I do have to say, though, biggest fan status is definitely reserved for my wonderful partner. But sure, yeah, I appreciate that. Maybe, we'll meet up at a convention one day. The sous chef gives you a bonus to one-handed melee, which, okay. Don't think I want to be a janitor. Don't think I want to be an elevator operations specialist. You know what? Let's go with medical technician junior grade. Prior to leaving Earth, you earned the trust of the medical community's most esteemed junior surgeons, who entrusted you with stuffing cotton balls into pill bottles. Experience on the job made you realize that diagnosing illness doesn't take a formal education, when a search terminal and a little imagination will do the trick. I really like that one. Let's go with this for our character.
A physician. Not many of you left.
Yeah, definitely in short supply these days in the far off distant future. Okay, so now we are going to actually be creating our character. I think they've got some pretty good options here in the character creator. If you've never played any of the Fallout games, Nico, I recommend starting with either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. 3 was the first game that I played myself, though New Vegas is my favorite of the games. I think you'd be okay playing New Vegas without playing Fallout 3. Fallout 3 would give you a little more familiarity with the series, but it's definitely not required. You can jump right into New Vegas and have a great time. Oh, hey, Phoenix. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. So, yes, I do. It is not a mask. This is a complete fursuit head that I have. It is made by the crafter Magpie Bones, who specializes in fursuits of this nature. It is what is known as a use your own eyes fursuit head that utilizes my own eyes as part of the costume, though mine is a little more unique in that it also incorporates my own hair as well. Those were by my own request, as I have certain accommodations that needed to be met for me to be able to fursuit comfortably and happily. It took me quite a while to research and find a maker in the community who would be able to do something of this nature. Most people have never seen anything like it before, which is because it's kind of like a very niche thing. There aren't many folks out there who work in this kind of style or can do this kind of thing. So, yeah, it's not something that most folks see on the daily. Though I really enjoy it. It's, everything worked out perfectly. I could not be any happier with it. And I also relish, just the fact that my presence reminds folks that not all fursuits have to look a certain way. There's a great diversity and customization that's available to folks in the community. So, we are definitely going to play as a woman. Let's see. They've got these preset heads here that are pretty cool. Like, there's so much character diversity in here. It's great. Something that Obsidian is known for. Okay, let's see. JD, I do not know what kind of videos you make. I don't recognize your name, and I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to you on YouTube or not. Do I know you from somewhere else? Let's see. And you can go like that. Just kind of drag your character around. Oh yeah, Phoenix. I have been active in the furry community for about the same amount of time as you, though I had been following along for quite a few years prior before I actually took the plunge and decided to become an active member of the community. Yeah, and they've got all these skin tones to choose from, which is awesome. I wonder if people have modded anthro characters into this game yet, because like that was one of the first things that people did with Fallout New Vegas. So I would not be surprised. This game did come out on PlayStation, Xbox, and what was it? I think it was some kind of an exclusive for about a year before it got released on PC. But now it's on Steam. So, you know, there's a huge modding community on there. Let's see. Honestly, the first eye color was pretty close to Shetani's actual eye color, though they've got some pretty cool ones here. You could be like, whoa, that's so awesome. Definitely a lot of customization ability for people who want to make their own character. And you can even do like minute details. I know there are channels who, like, what is it, Monster Factory, where they just kind of like spend an hour creating the most janked up characters in their games. Those are pretty fun to watch. Highly questionable video game moves from Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like the kind of thing that I'd be interested in, though I'm sure that there is an audience for that here on the World Wide Web. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to fiddle around with the forehead too much. Oh, you can get like, you can have like anime character eyes. Or very tiny. Looks pretty good. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. I have actually never worn a different fursuit head than this. I am extremely curious as to how it compares. But I'm very, very shy, and so, like, I never really got around to asking friends if I could try their fursuit on. Obviously, you know, fursuits are a very personal thing, so I was just always really shy to ask friends to try on their fursuits. Plus, I have to consider whether or not they'd actually fit me. Like, I've seen if people could wear my Shetani fursuit head, and they really can't because it's like molded to the shape of my head. So it's not like a standard fursuit head, which I can imagine has a little bit of give in there, and a wider range that they can fit, you know, the foam-based ones. So it's always a possibility, but I'd love to try on a different type of fursuit. It would be very interesting to see how what I have compares to the standard. I was looking into trying to get some extra paws commissioned for my fursuit because the The paws are what usually wears out first on any costume, and my fursuit maker Magpie Bones does not do parts only commissions, so I wouldn't be able to get replacement paws from her. I would have to straight up commission a whole second fursuit. So I was looking around to see if there were any other people who would be able to make me just a set of hand paws and feet paws, and in doing so I realized that this is really a unique style that not many other makers in the furry fandom do. So things that I take for granted, like a large amount of dexterity in the paws, for example, the feet paws being sized very close to my natural feet, are not things that normal fursuiters experience. Which really got me thinking about how much different it is to have a fursuit like this than the fursuits you see, which are the more of the norm. Oh yeah, no problem. I love I love talking about my suit and just chatting with people, so please keep the questions coming. This is a completely resin-based head, yes. I'm not really happy with the nose on this character, but so let's see if there's a different face that would be better. This was kind of good. Okay, that's just the width of the eyebrows. I kind of like them together. It makes her look a little. It makes her look concerned. That's doing. Oh yeah, it's like jutting out. She's gonna be very concerned about being in space. Ah, thank you. Very kind of you to say. Alright, hair. Unfortunate thing with games like this is that they don't usually have a lot of options for long hair. But yeah. Hi, Platinum. Thank you for joining the stream. What surprised me the most when I put on Shetani for the first time? I would say kind of just how mundane the experience of it was. It wasn't like a magical transformation or something. For people who have never worn a fursuit or even who might be like aspiring to get a fursuit, like there's so much emphasis in the furry community where it's like, oh, you can become your fursona and it's so cool and whatever. And a lot of people kind of hype it up, whether or not that's intentional, because of course fursuiting is like a really cool thing for those who are interested in it. But so I was kind of like getting myself, hyped up for it in my mind, and putting on the fursuit, it wasn't just like a magical walk in the park, and that did kind of take me aback a little bit. It is a piece of clothing. It's really, really hot. I mean, I'd cosplayed before I got into fursuiting, and I thought that, I had an idea of what it was like. I'd worn wigs for costumes. I've worn, heavy or constricting outfits for cosplays before, but those definitely don't compare to fursuiting. Within 10 seconds of putting on my fursuit head, I was like breathing in my own recycled air, and it was that makes you feel a lot hotter than you actually realize. And you know, you're wearing something made out of fake fur. It makes you really, really hot. It's like putting on a sweater in the summertime. So yeah, putting on my fursuit for the first time, it was definitely a sobering experience. But you know, after all of the years that I've been fursuiting, it feels pretty close to a second skin by now. Definitely a learning curve at the beginning though, and something that I had to get used to. Oh, that's so awesome, Phoenix. Let me actually, I believe I have a chat command for that. Let me just see if I can pull that up real quick for you. Yeah, I went through all the effort of making these like chatbot things with the Streamlabs bot. So please read them and please use them because I put a lot of work into it. So that one should give you the information about my character reference. And yeah, if you draw Shetani, if you follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead and message me on there. Feel free to message me on any of my other social media accounts. You know, if you need more information or clarification with the reference or anything of that nature. Let's see. I think when I played the first time, this was the hairstyle that I went with because it looks the most like the character's hair would be really, really long, and she just put it up in a bun. And I love the waves on here. They're really cool and they give it a lot of volume. Yes, the cheetah facts! I have over 30 cheetah facts that I manually put into the bot one by one. So yeah, you can type fact in the chat to learn a cool fact about cheetahs. These are all kind of short. Oh, one of them looked like it was a little longer. That's like a lower bun though. Don't want a lower bun. And you can go completely bald. You can go shaven. You can have a mohawk, which is really cool. Let's see. This one has the hair down, but I think I want the hair up. I don't really wear my hair up in fursuit too much, because the way that the fursuit head is, my hair doesn't have the right volume to make hairstyles such as, like, the one that the character has on screen right now. So that's why I usually wear my hair down in suit. I have braided it in suit before, though. And I will sometimes put it in a ponytail if I'm, like, cooking or doing something else at the same time. Oh, hey! Yeah, you're the person who found Bracky's fursuit. That is so awesome. Thank you for coming in here and saying hello. I'm really glad that I was able to help you locate the owner of that fursuit. I would be absolutely beside myself if my fursuit got lost or anything like that. So you being so kind as to help him find his way home to his actual owner is like the best thing ever. I can't imagine what it was like to, you know, think that you have such a cool fursuit and then to find out that it belongs to somebody else. Are you okay in that regard? Like, how are you feeling about the situation? If you don't mind me asking, of course. I'm very curious. The hair colors in this game have, like, so much depth to them. Ooh, silver. That's really cool. That's more like a reddish brown. But I could go with like a purple. That would be cool. Have a character with purple hair. Purple is a great hair color. I'm kind of waiting for my hair to grow out right now. But the next time I bleach the whole thing and go for dyeing it, I think I'm going to go with purple. This is a really interesting shade. I'm not sure if it's like a brown or like a purplish. I kind of like this, honestly. I think we're going to go with this for our character. Oh, and now we get to pick the eyebrow style. They have 34 eyebrow styles in this game. Can you believe it? Oh, sorry, Phoenix. I missed your comment. That's so awesome that you have a king cheetah fursona too. Yeah, king cheetahs are great animals. They are becoming much more popular in the community over the years, which, of course, I love to see. I think it's the greatest. I am all for, furries learning more about nature and, the diversity of animals on our planet. A lot of animal species have really cool variations, like the king cheetah, for example. Oh, cool. You can have like designs shaven into the eyebrows. That's so neat. I like these. Like these, I think I like these brows. She looks very no nonsense. She is here to kick ass and take names in space. Space ass and space names. And you can even give your character facial hair, which is... Oh, these sideburns are cool! That's so sick! Look at that! Yeah, you can even give your character facial hair in this game, which is awesome. Look at the texture in that. It's amazing. Or, I don't know if you folks can see it, because it'll depend on your stream quality or whatever, but yeah. So, we are going to go with no facial hair for our character. But if you wanted to, you could also change the color of the facial hair with just as many variations as the hair color itself. So that's really cool. Alright, now if we want to give our character makeup... Okay, cool. All beauty mark. Huh, I might go with that actually. Let's see what other options they have. Oh, there's different vitiligo patterns, which are really, really nice to see. Love seeing representation like that in games. Oh, sorry. I apologize for the confusion. You're Bracky's friend. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming by. Game soundtrack that I might listen to on my own time. That's a good question. I am a fan of the earlier Assassin's Creed games. Jesper Kyd is a great composer. And, that music being from a game that, I was super obsessed with and has strong ties to a certain period in my life. I'd listen to the Assassin's Creed soundtrack sometimes. I also listen to the Portal soundtrack. One year I went to, that was FA United, either 6 or 7, I believe. And the theme was like science stuff. It was like Portal theme, but they couldn't say Portal, so they made it like, science testing or whatever. And on the way up to the convention, I played the Portal 2 soundtrack while I was traveling there, and it really helped me get in the mood for the con. Oh, this is like a goth vampire makeup. Wow. That's cool. And then you got some bruising, in case your character is like a brawler. Oh, there's like a broken nose. There's a busted cheek. Bloody nose. That's so cool, yeah. I I really appreciate all of the options that they put into the character creator. And these are just the default base game options. These shipped with the game. I'm sure the community has modded many more into it by now. This game's been out for a bit. We're gonna go with this, the little beauty mark. I like that. And the darker lip color is pretty cool. There's also 10 different varieties of dirt. If you just want your character to be dirty in 10 different ways, you can do that. We're gonna go with no dirt for our character. Hey, System Software, nice to see you here. This is my first time trying to stream a game in fursuit. It's been going pretty well so far, though, full disclosure, as you can tell, I'm still in the character creator, so it's not like I've actually tried to play the game yet. But yeah, it's going great so far. I'm having a really fun time just chatting with folks here. Oh, Phoenix, your main persona is a caracal. That's awesome. I love caracals. They are so cute, and I love their big tufty ears. I had a caracal plush as a child that I got from... I can't remember the name. Oh, the Nature Company. I got it from the Nature Company. That was a store that doesn't exist anymore. But I loved her. Her name was Lily, and I played with her all the time. Caracals are fantastic animals. We can give various scars. Oh my god. Fucking Glasgow smile. Yeah, we can give various scars to our character, too. So there are a lot of options for folks who really get into the role-playing aspect of games like this. And they have, like, a certain backstory for their character. They've got a ton of customization here where you can actually, you know, incorporate that into the appearance of your character in the game. I have a ton of appreciation for folks who, you know, focus on that in their game, in addition to having awesome gameplay, a great story, wonderful scoring, and things like that. They really put a lot of time and effort into this. Obsidian is a great company. And finally, you can even adjust the age of your character. Like, look, you can have your character be very aged and wrinkled, or you can have a smooth-faced and youthful character. Hi, Silo. Yeah, The Outer Worlds is a great game. I did already play through it once on console, and now I'm playing it on PS... oh my god, I'm not on a PS3, I'm on a PC. I'm playing it on PC now so that I can stream it with all my friends here and share how awesome of a game this is. Yeah, the NPCs in this game are so cool. Did you play Fallout New Vegas? I also played Fallout New Vegas, and I love all of the NPCs in that game. So let's see. We don't... I'm not going to have my character be, like, super duper young. I'm going to give her a little bit of age. She's been around, she's seen some shit, and, you know, the stress of the world is starting to take its toll on her. So we're going to have just a little bit. She's got some laugh lines, she's got some brow wrinkles. So yeah, this looks like a character who could definitely helm her own ship, be captain of a crew, somebody that folks can look up to, take advice from, and well suited to doing her own thing and able to go out there and be an explorer. Oh my god, Silo, I definitely recommend that you play Fallout New Vegas. It's also by Obsidian, who are the folks that made The Outer Worlds. It is set in the Fallout universe, so it's like a post-apocalyptic future, but it's in like, you know, like cowboy era sort of thing area. I love the NPCs in that game. Arcade Gannon is my favorite. I do recommend that you play it if you have the ability. It's a few years old by now, so it shouldn't be too expensive. And plus, you know, Steam has a sale like a couple times a year, so you can easily pick it up from one of those. Phoenix, yes, I do have a couple other characters other than Shetani. However, those are mainly for like very situational, like certain narratives or certain universes. Shetani is my main persona, and because she's my persona and I connect so much with her, I really don't have that strong of a connection to my other characters, nor do I really feel a need to have more than one. I kind of joke that when I was a kid, I used up all my creativity and now I don't have any anymore. Because when I was younger, I used to love, you know, making up stories with my toys or, you know, making my own narratives based on books that I liked to read and like writing my own characters into those and stuff like that, which I don't really do anymore. I'm comfortable just, you know, having Shetani be my persona and my avatar in the furry community and just kind of living vicariously through her. But yeah, I do have a couple other characters. One is a little kitten based off of Strawberry Sherbet. She kind of represents, like, you know, my childhood and innocence and things like that. And I do also have another character who is a chimera cat of an Egyptian Mao and a tortoise shell. I also have a couple other alternate universe versions of Shetani. Like, I have a Pokemon universe version of her, and she's got her whole, you know, Pokemon team and stuff like that. But yeah. I forgot if I answered this already, Shiloh. My favorite NPC in this game is Parvati. I should probably get through the character creator so that we can hopefully meet her tonight or get as close as possible. Yeah, that looks good. So we are going to be called Shetani. Enter your character's name. Spacer's Choice is dying to meet you. Yeah, I bet you are. Okay. Yeah, I hit enter to accept. Oh, next. Sorry. Alright, here's the summary of our character. She's got average strength and dexterity, very high intelligence, good perception, charm, temperament. She was a medical technician junior grade before she joined the crew of the Hope. And here are my skills, yada yada yada. There's a lot going on here. We'll get into that later. And yeah, I think we are ready to start. Platinum, I play single player games mostly. I don't think I've ever played any sort of online MMO, to be completely honest. I have a couple friends who are into WoW, but, you know, I don't really jive with the subscription model styles of games. I prefer to just pay for a game once and be done with it. So yeah, single player games are mostly what I play. I play a couple multiplayer games, but nothing on the scale of an MMO. JD, no, I haven't seen Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm probably not going to watch that movie. It doesn't really appeal to me. Right, I forgot Oblivion is also an Obsidian game. I have not played Oblivion, though. Oh, sorry. Mika is telling me that Oblivion is not an Obsidian game. She's in the background. You can't see her. She's hiding. She's a rat. Mika is a huge Obsidian fangirl, so if you got any questions about them, she is the lady to ask.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Uh-oh.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years.
70 years.
Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically.
Oh, thank you.
But I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you.
Of course you
I
did.
know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Oh, thank you, Phoenix. That is a very nice compliment to receive.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site.
Perfect. Excited to meet him.
Chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure.
Sure I will.
Also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All colonists are counting on you.
Ow, my eyes.
You've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him?
Uh-oh.
That idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Oops.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you immediately see the tone of this game. It's very tongue-in-cheek. I love it. Yes, yes, I asked to walk, we know. Mr. Hawthorne, it's gonna be okay. We'll get you out of there. Let me just okay, I can you know what? You stay there. I'm gonna go get help. Sure, he's gonna be just fine. Okay, yeah, I can sprint. Cool. Alright, I got the toggle on sprint. Okay, and control, go under stuff. Hello, Sprat. Sprat, come back. Come back. I want to befriend you. Alas. What do we got over here? Anything else here we can take? Not really. Bye, JD. Thanks for coming to the stream. Excuse me. Ooh, look out for those canids. Yeah, your standard sneak mechanics in this game. Hide in the grass. I do like how when you are hiding in the grass goes translucent so you can actually see what's going on around you. That's pretty cool. Be very, very quiet. We are sneaking past canids. There's some pretty cool creature designs in this game. Alright. Time to take a very small leap of faith.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
What was that? We'll find out pretty soon, don't worry. Ow, my leg. Press F to health. Oh, hello.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Here, sit still. I'll patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's this about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Look, I've got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side.
Yeah, you can keep that one.
You can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Good job. Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
No, but thanks. Well, I'm off. Okay, yeah. Press to shoot. I will take that, though. I'm just gonna go around and clear up the stuff he's got back here. BioShock is not a game that I have actually played. Oh, right, I forgot. The food and items in this game are pretty interesting. Like, there's Tartarus sauce. Get it? It's like tartar sauce, but Tartarus is the name of the anyway. Yeah, nothing in there. Nothing in here. Okay. Cover your ears, buddy.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
It's okay, Phineas. I just shot a gun. It's fine. I'm not going to shoot that little sprat, though. Real quick, let me just... Okay. Also, let me know if you can't hear the game or anything, or if my audio is unbalanced, and I'll turn it up. Oh, we got somebody out here. Tactical time dilation. All right. So if you played Fallout New Vegas, or I believe even in the Fallout games subsequent to that, they had a system called VATS, which is where when you were in combat, you could enter kind of like a freeze frame mode and highlight the various body parts of your opponents and shoot them. This game has something different called Tactical Time Dilation, or TTD, which is where you kind of slow down and you enter like Matrix bullet time. So that's their version of that mechanic for the Outer Worlds. Yeah, due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the TTD button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacking drains it faster. The TTD meter reactivates slowly over time. Yeah, I've been meaning to check out BioShock. I know the franchise is a little bit old by now, so the games probably don't cost as much. So maybe it's something that I will pick up soon. I had a friend in college who was like super into BioShock. Alright, so Q is the TTD button. Let me just... Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Alright, so this is my weapons screen. There we go. Here's the map. We don't really have much by way of locations at this point, but here's where we are, and here's where we're trying to get to. Yeah, system software, it's definitely something that folks who wear glasses and are interested in fursuiting, it's definitely something that you have to consider, whether you want to go the standard route and have a larger fursuit head where you can fit your real glasses underneath and then put fake glasses on top, Or you could go a similar route as mine and try to get a really small fursuit head where you can wear your real glasses over the suit, but then, you know, depending on the design of the character, the glasses might be too small. So it is a fun choice. I do have to say that there are way more choices in the community now than there were in the past. So you have a lot more fursuit makers and a lot more people who can try different techniques than there had been. Oh, I'm still crouching. Okay. Double jump to dodge. Okay. So here's a here's a mock apple. And then here is a bunch of nanners. I love bunch of nanners. Mag picks are like the bobby pins in the Fallout universe. You use those to pick locks. And the game is about to teach me how to pick locks. Thank you, game. Mag picks are used to break locks, while bypass shunts are used to hack into computers. So if you played Fallout New Vegas, there was like a cool little word puzzle mini game when you're hacking computers. Nothing like that in the Outer Worlds. You just use the tool and the computer unlocks. So I do not have enough mag picks to open this, but it's one of the earliest locations in the game, so they're probably going to handhold me through it and have something that I can pick up. Well, what do you know? It's a friggin' mag pick. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and open this. And again, there's no skill to it. Unlike Fallout New Vegas, you just hold the button. And cool, I got a staff. Yeah, and a lot of fursuit makers or base makers, they can build the base a certain way, or the fursuit head, if you mention to them that you are a glasses wearer and you're going to be wearing glasses under the suit. Oh, alright, let's see if we can sneak up on this dude. Gonna enter the tall grass. Oop. Well, no point in hiding now. So that is what the TTD looks like when it's actually in use. There we go. A mining helmet. Thanks. I might put that on. I won't look very cool, but it will increase my armor a little bit, which just starting out in the game right now is probably a good choice. This is just another version of the same pistol that I have. I'm probably not going to use these too much, so I'm not even going to bother slotting them in. There's probably a button to put your gun away, but
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Talk to the lieutenant. She's certified in customer service.
I'm sure she is.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Yeah, who would do such a thing? So I heard. Found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Well, he'll make it. I helped him with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking lemonade.
Maybe not. Almost got him. There he goes. Alright, looks like that's about it. Game mechanics that get on my nerves. I'm not usually a fan of racing mini games or anything where you have to like beat the clock. I prefer to take games at my own pace. Like in Assassin's Creed, the missions where you had to do the rooftop races, or what was the steampunk one called? Syndicate. There were carriage races in Syndicate that I really struggled with. A lot of Syndicate I did not enjoy. But anyway, that's a mechanic I don't really care for much in video games. Tropes. Probably bury your gaze, stuff like that. Hinting at representation, but not just coming out right and saying it. Which is part of why I love the Outer Worlds. As soon as I start meeting more of the NPCs, you'll see what I'm talking about in that regard. Oh, you know, just leg. Alright, Mercer, what do we got going on here?
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Clearly. Where's your friend? I hope he made it. Is he okay? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. I don't know if I wanna... Yeah, I guess I'm okay with having sprint on the toggle. I'll just have to remember that I don't need to hold down the button to sprint. Oh, thank you so much for coming by, Phoenix. Yeah, this was kind of an impromptu thing where I'm just testing out streaming, but it seems to be going great so far, so I do plan to do more of these streams in the future. Oh, I had to hold it, sorry.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Uh-huh.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Welcome aboard the Unreliable.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
Here is the workbench. I'll just go ahead and take those.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Oh, Supera, if you are a fan of New Vegas, you are gonna love the Outer Worlds. I'm not sure how long you have been watching the stream, but I have also played New Vegas. I'm a big fan of New Vegas. So whenever I notice something that is either similar or different between the two titles, I have been pointing that out. If you played New Vegas and you're familiar with that, you will find it very easy to get right into the Outer Worlds. A lot of similarities. I remember when I saw the trailer for the Outer Worlds, and I just saw, like, the way the dialogue screen was set up, you know, characters standing there and talking to you in the little text box at the bottom. It really made me happy because it looked exactly like New Vegas, and I could really feel the influences there.
Please be advised that using the respecification machine will not make you a better person.
So this is the respec machine. This is if you want to redefine some of your character traits beyond what you did at the beginning when you first made your character. I can't remember if it costs anything to use this or if it's free, but I don't think there's really a limitation on it. In New Vegas, you couldn't really respec your character. You could get to the part in, I want to say Freeside, where the doctor was, and you could, like, augment certain parts. You could pay extra to do that, but you don't have to do that in this game.
Please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
Aw, I was hoping Garrus would be in here, waiting to do his calibrations.
Marauder, please be informed this ship does not possess a working power regulator for you to steal.
Huh, the ship is missing a power regulator. That seems like an interesting fact worth keeping in mind. Hup. There we go. Dishonored was actually recommended to me as well. It's pretty cheap, I think. I should see about playing Dishonored too. You're like a thief in that game, right?
All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder.
Knock, knock. Hello. Hello?
Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder.
Huh, an abandoned ship without a power regulator and no crew that just crashed down in the middle of nowhere. How very, very interesting. Saltuna. Don't mind if I do. That's the bathroom. Yeah, I've played a little bit of the Left 4 Dead games. And yeah, that ladder will take you right back here. Ouch. It's okay. See ya, Phoenix. Thank you for coming to the stream. Alright, it looks like it's time for us to talk to Ada.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Anyway.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
I really love how they put so much personality into essentially a static face character like Ada. Like right here, you can even see the face that she's making. She's looking up to the side and she's being all shifty. So like they don't even need to have a fully animated and fleshed out character to just imbue so much personality into the NPCs of this game. It's really, really cool. Hawthorne's dead. I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Wink, wink. Don't worry, Ada. I'm picking up what you're throwing. I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Yay! We've leveled up. Alright, so now it's time to improve skills and pick some perks. So every other level up, you get to pick a perk, I believe. Let's go ahead and distribute our skill points first. I'm sure there are many games similar to Left 4 Dead, Nico, that you can find to play. It depends on which aspects of that game you liked the most and what you would be looking for in other games that you're playing. Like, if you're looking for, like, co-op shooters, there's a ton of video games out there who are just co-op shooters. If you like the zombie aspect, there are, again, a lot of video games that, deal with zombie apocalypse as a theme. So, yeah, it really depends on what parts of Left 4 Dead you liked. All right, we are going to put some points into tech, stealth. So, the way that let's not do that. So the way that the skill point distribution works in this game is that in the beginning, you put the points into the general category. So like I put a point into tech, and it affects all of the sub-skills underneath tech. Once you hit a certain rank, I believe it's 50, then what you will start doing is you'll start specializing your points into these individual specialties under here. So it'll stop applying it to the whole category, and you'll have to put points directly into, for example, medical to up your medical, science to up your science, etc. So as the character is just starting out, the points that you assign will affect all of the specialties underneath that category. So we're going to put a point into tech, a couple points into stealth, a lot of points into dialogue. I would love to be able to talk my way out of stuff. It's important to keep my gun skill up because, as we recall, this is a combat-based game. Leadership is something that we will need to be focusing on at some point. However, right now, we don't have any companions, so there isn't much of a point of putting points into leadership at this stage of the game, at the very least. So I'm going to take my last point and I am going to put that into... I'm going to put that into dialogue because I love to talk more to the characters. Talking and, you know, chatting with characters, learning more about the NPCs, those are aspects that I really enjoy in the games that I play. Not least of all in Obsidian games. They have a lot of fun with that. There are different dialogue options that you can unlock if you play like a really smart or a really dumb character. You know, they have a ton of fun with that. And, oh, hang on. We are going to apply those changes. Unable to undo point allocations. You got to continue. Yes. I've unlocked the dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Ooh. Now we get to select some perks. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. Flaws are a very unique gameplay element to the Outer Worlds. You know what, I'll just wait until we come across those organically in the gameplay. So Nico, if you like zombie apocalypse games, I know right off the top of my head, The Last of Us is another game series that deals with zombies. What is it? Oh yeah, The Walking Dead is a great series about a zombie apocalypse. I enjoy the Walking Dead series very much. So if you're looking for more games about zombies, those are a few more games that you can try. Both of those are single-player games. So it's time for us to pick a perk. One of the first perks that you want to get in this game is Strider, which increases your walk speed, because right off the bat the character walks pretty slowly, which can be obnoxious. So I'm going to go ahead and get Strider. But in 2 more levels we can come back here and we'll be able to pick another perk. There are a ton of perks here. But yeah, I'm going to get this one for now. And yes, it reminds you, you get a new perk every even level. So every other level you get a perk. That is pretty similar to how it worked in New Vegas, if I recall. And yep, that's it. We want to continue. Okay. So we have to find a settlement to see if we can get a new power regulator for our ship. Ada informed us of the location of a worker settlement that is pretty close by. Let us see if we can go there.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really? After I patched up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care.
Not just anyone has chosen to enforce landing regulations, you know? I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
This game is so pretty. Just look at that aurora. Yeah, the environment in these games are really cool. One thing that I found troublesome in Fallout New Vegas was if you have your gun out and you enter a settlement or you go up to an NPC, they act like you're threatening you. But this thankfully is not a thing in the Outer Worlds. Oh. Oh, he hasn't spotted me, thank God. He's got a friend over there, though. Let's see. Let's see if we can... Oops. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Oh, well, you hiding? You scared? Alright. I will take those cartridges. Thank you very much. Bits are the currency in this game. Bit cartridges is picking up money, essentially. Yeah, and this is just the first location. There are so many unique biomes and areas in this game. Oh, there's Edgewater, the town that we're supposed to be making our way over to. Looks like there's something over there. Let's see. Let's see what's over here before we go into the town. Ow. That's okay. 'Tis but a scratch. They're sleeping. Oh. Oh, I may have bit off just a tad more than I can chew here. You stop that. Oh, ow. I am gonna have to be careful to not hit that button. We did it! Uh-oh. What we got going on here? Well, I guess you won't be needing this anymore. And just like, if you have time to read the flavor text in this game, you can pick up so much nuance from it. Like, the description for the bypass shunt. Tool used to hack computers. Complex passwords are a security risk, difficult to remember, and often written nearby. Security recommends using a simple, easy-to-recall code like 1234 or your supervisor's name. Sure, I'll take that shovel. Anything over here? Huh? Hello. Ooh, grenade launcher. Weapon and armor parts will be very useful. Oh, what was that? Something flashed. Oh, hello.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
How do you know I'm not a marauder?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Is that why you've got a pair of armed guards?
I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows.
You telling me there's cannibals out there?
Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals. You ever seen a marauder hold down a job? Or put a stake into society?
If you've got a marauder problem, I could take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
I never got your name. I'm Shetani.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
You seem pretty old to be a junior anything.
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You're making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
All right, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There was something else that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Pretty dang relatable, Silas. If only you knew. How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life. Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Right, because you think they're cannibals.
Flesh blood-sipping creatures of pure depravity they are. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna dock my pay.
Oh, if you're heading out, Nico, thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your night. Well, thanks for your time.
Huh? What? I wasn't dozing off.
It's okay. I won't tell on you.
Huh? What? I wasn't dozing off.
Yeah, it's a video game. You get repeated dialogue lines sometimes.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Hey, got a question for you.
Yeah?
Have you heard any news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether, never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing as far as rumors go. Is there a reason you asking?
I don't understand. Are you saying everybody's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Well, where's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Let's change the subject.
Something I can do for you?
Hey, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Oh, okay. Alright, so here's the town of Edgewater. Looks like there isn't much for it, but to head on it. Oh. Yeah, that's always a good sign. Anyway, seems like there isn't much for it, but to head on in. It's Edgewater. Hello.
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, well, here's a barber shop. Yeah, isn't it? Look at that sky. There's some gorgeous vistas in this game. Alright, well, first, let's see what's going on in this here barbershop. Hello.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Do your haircuts usually come with free lectures?
We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Prepare my remains? For what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, Not since the plague started.
Sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
What you're describing sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
You know, playing this game in the year 2021, it kinda hits a bit different. That's monstrous.
Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work.
And Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on. Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Alright, yeah. So, anyone who may have played Fallout New Vegas will be familiar with this mechanic of owned containers and owned items. If you hover over something and it's in red, that means that it belongs to somebody. If you pick that thing up, you are stealing it, and people will get mad at you for doing so. If they catch you. Don't mind me, Conrad. I'm just gonna check your back room back here. Hello. Oh, this looks like a poor SOB. Huh? What's this? Letter from Phyllis. Conrad. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's gonna have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirloom passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Wiggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Huh. So it looks like this guy had some gold teeth on him. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need to rob a body. Actually, nothing to see. Don't mind me. Shh. I haven't been doing anything. It's fine. Hey, Metal. How's it going?
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Ooh, this is a sick house, huh? Hello.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Why? What's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
I'll leave you be.
I've never seen an outfit like yours before. You're not from around here, are you?
Oh, okay. So this town has a pretty cruel attitude towards sick people. It seems like they're afflicted by some sort of disease that sounds rather basic, to be completely honest, and they are just treating their sick like garbage. What a terrible situation. Let's see if we can find out some more info about what's going on.
Sick days come out of my pay.
Ugh, that's terrible. These little dudes are called sprats. Sprat is short for space rat. They are rats and they are in space. Okay, nothing much in here. You know, I bet those sick people need this more than I do. I'll leave it for them. Oop. Aw, jeez. 1 second. Space crimes. Oh yeah, I could sleep there if I wanted to, but I don't really need to sleep right now. Huh? Sounded like someone was shooting somebody out here. It's weird. This person seems to be sleeping. We will leave them be. Hello.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, okay. Okay, someone's definitely getting attacked out there. It's weird. I wonder if it's like glitching or something. A mechanical sentry. Leather gear. Business casual. Cool, an outfit. let's see how that stacks up with what I'm wearing so far. So this is my hibernation suit from the ship. That gives me a +3 armor. That gives me a +4. It'll increase my stealth, while as this increases my tech skills. And I've also got this, which is just a 6 point of armor. Oh, and it increases my stealth too. It sucks that I have to wear the helmet. There is a setting in the game where you can toggle visibility of the helmets so that you can have your companions or even yourself wearing a helmet for the protection of it, but you don't have to look at them and you can actually like see their faces. I might adjust that toggle when I start picking up companions, but as of right now, I'm not really going to be looking at my own character much, so I'll just leave it be. Let's see. Yeah, and you just drag and drop the apparel to put it on. Starlink Battle for Atlas. I can't say that I've heard of that one. An exploration-based Toys to Life game. I am not familiar with the genre of Toys to Life games. Do you mind explaining that a little bit more? I'll just wear that. Can't go in there.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
Hello.
Huh?
Hello.
Somebody's been rambling about some colony ship. I wonder what that's about.
Ah, geez, yeah. Who could that have been? Anyway, I have to go. Ah, cantina. We might meet some cool people in here. Nice little bar going on.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
Hey Zen, thanks for stopping by the stream.
I don't know you.
Excuse me?
I know every face that walks through those doors. Except yours. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Something going on here that I should know about?
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
What's this about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Mm, I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
So you had a dream of being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientist asks too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful.
Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
You been scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
What if I told you that I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I'm not joking. My skate pod landed in the hills, on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I imagine you'd want to get out of town, with the plague and all.
Keep it down, will you? We don't talk about the PLAYGE. Not here. And if you're smart, you won't mention it anywhere. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar. I've talked enough about...
I've been asking around. Nobody seems to know anything about the Hope.
The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something.
Why is it that nobody wants to talk about the Hope?
I don't know what fancy bars you've been crawling, but the rest of us make do with zero-G. Zero-G brew. An ale that's good for what ails you.
The Hope's out there somewhere with hundreds of thousands of other colonists.
Would you keep your voice down? You're gonna get the whole cantina written up. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it.
You sound scared.
Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this.
Whatever. Give me a drink.
Coming right up.
Alright, so these are merchants. You can buy and sell stuff from them. From and to them. And dialogue skill affects the prices that you get from merchants. I don't really need anything right now. Oh, you've got a name? What's going on with you?
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again?
You're drunk.
What? No, I'm Winslow. Lester Winslow. Says so right on my permanent record.
Shouldn't you be working?
I am in no condition to do any work. Not so long as my injuries trouble me.
You were injured?
Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good.
Oof.
Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
Ain't that the way? You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
I'll leave you be. It's funny, because in the old days, barbers actually were surgeons as well. Oh, yeah, system. I was thinking that sounded pretty similar to Skylanders. I have not actually played any games like that before. Any, Toys to Life games. Alright, can I go in here? You're gonna get mad at me. Alright. I don't need to be stealing from these fine folks. Not just yet, anyway. I'm just kind of looking around up here. Yeah, they got this cute little balcony. Alright, well, I will take that. And you can look out over Edgewater. Oop. Why, what is this? Thank you very much. Oop. There we go. This is probably just a bathroom or something. Oh, it's a bedroom. Okay. This is the bathroom. Okay, those are just set dressings. Back down we go. And what do we got in here? That's a bathroom. This is a locked door, and we unfortunately don't have any mag picks to get in there right now. Hence the 0 out of 4. Can't do it. Huh, I wonder what game that is. Alright. It's a general store. Let's check this out. Hello.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Hey, I need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terratil.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
So about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you should hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness. But the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of nature. It's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded. Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Yeah, thanks. Anyone else?
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic, since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Huh, interesting. Is that everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kemp. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's, what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
A little late for that. I've already talked to her. Never mind. Goodbye. Alright, so he's a general store guy. You can,
Spacer's Choice. The brand of choice for spacers on a budget. Music to my ears.
So he is selling all sorts of goods. He sells weapons, ammunition, food, even a little bit of apparel, and some weapon mods here. He does have mag picks for sale, though I don't really think I will need to buy mag picks. I'll probably pick more up as I do some more exploring. Alright, so we have spent 2 hours exploring the world of the Outer Worlds. I think I'm gonna call it here for today. The stream went really well. I don't believe there were any issues. Hopefully, if there were issues on your guys' end, you would have let me know about that. So, yeah, this was pretty fun. I hope to do it again sometime. Not sure when, but I will make sure to do my best and post a little bit in advance of streaming, like I did today. At least a couple hours, so that people know I'm going to be streaming and can get ready for it. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions for different games you'd like to see me play, I am more than willing to take those. Though the Outer Worlds, I will definitely be playing some more. I really love this game, and though I have completed it once before, they did recently put out some DLC for it that I'm very interested in playing. I'm also interested to see how it feels to get more into the
whole cans of salt tuna.
Delicious. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how it feels when we get more into the depth of combat. Only some very shallow combat encounters so far, and I'm wondering if I will be able to handle that with the fursuits. That's going to be an interesting challenge. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave off for here today, I believe. Yeah. So, thank you all for coming to the stream, and I will see you again next time. Bye.